Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Spotlight with Serene. Today, I'm putting the spotlight on the profession reading therapy, and we are very happy and also glad to have our very own reading therapist, Ms. Chui Ting, and she's going to talk about all about reading therapy and maybe at the end give you a bit of tips on what how we can make reading fun both at home and in school. So without further ado, Miss Chui Ting,
Hi,
can
hello.
you yeah, can you describe can you share a bit with us your background?
Oh, all right. I am treating, and everyone calls me teacher treating or teacher CT. So I'm a special needs educator. So I graduated from the Bachelor of Psychology from Utah University Tunku Abdul Rahman. So I have been in this field for about 8 years. Yeah, so currently, I have started my career as a reading therapist for about 3 years. Yeah.
What makes you, because you started off as a special needs teacher, so what makes you then now add on to your portfolio reading therapy?
Oh, okay. Before starting my career as a reading therapist 3 years ago, what I usually do is to actually support my students in their classroom readiness skill. So reading is actually a very important, vital skill that they need to have to actually connect uh, with what they learn in their classroom. So most of my students, when they can't read, they will have difficulty in reading, and also they will soon to have escape behavior when it comes to reading and all that. So we spend some of the time, trying to get them to like reading. So that was the time that we started to actually find well, to stumble upon, what system that can actually help them to pick up their reading skill easier. Yeah, that's how we found, okay, this reading system. And we are still, using it till now. Yeah.
Could you share with us a bit what then makes this reading system that you're using different from the others out there?
Okay. All right, as all of us know, we came across, we picked up reading by the whole word approach, meaning we learn how to read a word like when teacher in the school teachers taught us, okay, how to pronounce that word. We will usually memorize and look at the pattern of how it's spelled, so and slowly try to rewrite it, and also try to memorize how we spell our words. So in this system that we are using, we are actually using we are learning the sounds of each alphabets first, rather than the whole word system. Because in the whole word approach, whole word system, we do not learn the decode. We do not learn the decode skill. So in the system that we are using, we teach our students how to decode, how to segment, how to blend all the sounds together, and it makes more sense for them. Can you imagine, okay, A for apple. So A for apple. The name is A. How come it becomes apple? So P is P, but it pronounced as. So when we are using it when we are learning it through sounds, it makes more sense. It's easier for them to actually connect. Oh, okay, I'm learning sounds. Mm.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to be a devil's advocate right now. So, and I'm going to basically stand on the point, stand from a parent's side. Yes.
Mm.
So one question I think maybe parents might want to know, or client, for example, is why send to you? Why send to a reading therapist? I can just send to any tuition center, or any other enrichment center. So why
Mhm.
reading therapy?
Why reading? Okay, when you talk about sending to the center or finding a reading therapist or finding an English teacher for children. Okay, so you will need to find you first of all you will need to see what approach the teacher is using, right? And also, is that approach suitable for your kid? All right. So what I mentioned about before about a whole word learning approach, it is not something that is not working. It may work to a certain child, but uh, some children, they just don't get the connection when they use the whole word system. All right. So that means the child need some alternative. So when we are talking about a suitable approach that is suitable for your kid. So when you are finding a teacher, a suitable teacher, so these are the things that a parent need to see. What approach is that teacher using to teach your kid? So there are some centers, they do introduce a lot of like phonics, a lot of systems like phonics is one of them. So what you will ask me, what is the difference between phonics and the reading system that we are using in the system? So it is also the learning of sounds. So, but for phonics, it has something. If you come across phonics system, they have certain families that you need to memorize when you are reading. So, if the teacher or the center that is using the phonics system they can make it interestingly, that can deliver the system interestingly, the kids has no problem picking it up. Yeah, sure, they can actually, it is the right center for them to go to. So, but for kids that doesn't like to memorize all sorts of, families and all that, so um, they want something simple, back to the basic, and they just want to learn blending and also sounds. So they can come to us. So as a conclusion, for a parent to choose the right approach is important. So they will need to understand more what approach is that teacher using when they are teaching.
So, from that, can I say that
Mm.
your program is
Mhm.
also is suitable for children, regular children, so means any regular children,
Yes,
but
it
as
is.
well as for children with special needs?
Yes, it is. It's actually for this system that I am adopting, for which is from the phonographics reading company. This system is actually for normal kids in a normal school setting. They use it in a normal school setting. It's just that when we came across this system, we find it's easier for my student, because my target audience, my students are slow learners. So it's easier for them to actually pick up the sounds and also to pick up the blending skills. So yeah, there we go. And then we play around with the system, and also we integrated some activity base in it. So they are now learning it. We do see good improvement of them learning words and recognizing words now.
But what is the success rate for this reading therapy?
Um, in my what you call, in my experience of dealing with my students, most of them, I would say all of them actually picked up uh, the skill quite fast. Okay, it depends. I would say all of the success rate, it will be 100%. So but the duration that they need, it differs in different kids. Yeah. So I have kids that, okay, that picked up the blending skill like after one or two sessions. Suddenly the parents will come, oh, my daughter now know how to read, and she has more interest in blending sounds together, because we play a lot with sounds. We blend, even it is not we blend a lot of sounds, even if the sounds is not it doesn't have any meaning, but we play with sounds. So it creates that interest in them. Oh, when I see alphabets, I see sounds. When I see sounds, I try to blend them together. Yeah.
And as a parent, I guess the next question would be, so how does this equate to then their performance in school?
Sorry, come again?
How does it then correlate the
Mm-hmm.
performance in school?
Okay, I would say what you were trying to ask is the transition. How do we transit
More not transition,
apply it
but
in school?
more like, when the children attend reading therapy, yes, what is the benefit? Is there any correlation to their performance in school?
Mhm. Of course, when they have the reading skill, or when they picked up the reading skill, they become more confident to actually voice out. And also when they are reading, of course, in school, they will, it is all related on reading the textbooks and all that. It gave them the confidence to actually to do better in their learning. I mean, to try to, maybe because before this, the particular kids hasn't picked up the reading skill. He wants to read, but he doesn't know how to read. So he becomes, quiet. I mean, he doesn't know how to express himself. But after he picked up the reading skill, you will see more confidence in that kid in trying to express himself in school.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel? What's your take, your perception? Uh,
Mm-mm.
since you've been doing this for 3 years already, how do you feel about
Mm-mm.
this reading therapy?
So I feel it's something great. It's something great and powerful to actually help them to okay, let's not talk about academic performance. The system, of course, when you picked up the system, when you picked up the skill, uh you will be able to read. And at the same time, the next thing to do is, when you're able to read, you're able to have that connection of comprehending what you read. Okay, that's the academic part. But coming back to, how you carry yourself when you picked up the reading skill, it is a powerful, you're well equipped with something for you to showcase yourself. And when a kid is able to read everything that he or she sees, it is a plus point for them to actually tell everybody that, yeah, I can read and I can comprehend. And I can, it helps me to be able to let other people to shine in the public, to let other people see me, because I am able to express myself. So that's the confidence part, the self-esteem part. So
So
it is a great,
Yeah, so that's
So
what make you still do what you're doing and happy doing what you're
yes,
doing.
yes.
It's
Yes,
basically
yes,
see the
yes.
children, from being, low self-esteem or whatnot to confidence and happy.
Correct, correct.
Wonderful. So, thank you so much. So now is what are some tips that you are able to impart to parents as well as teachers on how to make reading or maybe to introduce reading to their own children at home or in school?
Mm. Okay, first of all, they will need to have the reading skill. All right. But even if they don't have the reading skill, you can slowly gain their interest in trying to gain their engagement to read. Like for example, we always like to do something do things multi-sensorial to focus on multi-sensorial uh, um, when we are training our kids. So like for example, what they see, what they hear, what they touch are a very good opportunity for them to pick up the skill or to apply the skill that they have. So like for example, for you to introduce a book, okay, before they picked up the reading skill, okay, we can actually do read together with them and also engage them with some movement, all right, like play. And also, for example, you can also bring you can also mock the situation that they read, okay, in their real life situation. Like for example, when they read about picnic, we can bring picnic, you know, to their real life, bring them out for a picnic. Or if we cannot, there are times that parents cannot do picnic outside, outdoor, we can do picnic indoor. Or if we read something about camping, about setting up tents, you can bring camping indoor. You can bring home camping, or you can bring them out for camping. So it's like um um, connecting what they read to their real life. I think that is very important for our parents to gain interest, to cultivate interest in for their kids to be able to read. It's not the as a conclusion, it's not the skill that they need to have. Of course, skill is important. The priority has to be we are teaching the kids to find the connection between what they read and their real life.
But I guess
So
you would say that, to make reading, whatever they read, makes sense
yes,
to their life really, to their life basically, making
mhm,
sense. Yeah, and making a meaning. I think
yes,
besides sense is meaning. Because after all, reading is getting information, learning more things. And at the end of the day, it has to have meaning. Otherwise, then it won't be fun. It'll be
yeah,
just like a
correct. I get
chore.
bored. Correct.
All right, great. So I guess for how about school?
For
Because
school,
school, yeah, because teachers tend to teach it like an academic subject. So how to make it a bit more fun than the conventional teaching.
from my perspective, I think activity will be fun. Activity base is always activity is always the powerful weapon for them to get engaged and has that motivation to learn more. For example, like a simple treasure hunt, like a simple scavenger hunt, right? To find the matching sound You are teaching sound, and at the same time you are teaching, you are putting integrating activities. So when they are motivated to learn, it's it becomes it becomes easier for them to actually pick up the sounds and even the whole words or the whole concept that you are teaching
Right.
in school. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, it has been enlightening. So, do you have like an advice before we close off and before we finish this? Do you have an advice for participants regarding reading?
All right, advice or I would say sharing. All right. It isn't matter. I mean, to a lot of parents, many parents, they come to me, teacher treating. I don't know where to start, or I don't know when to start. Yeah, they don't know how to get them kick started with reading. So I would say you can start everywhere. Everywhere, anything you see, you you connect it with the sounds or the reading that you are trying to teach. Like for example, you see a door, try to teach them, oh, how do you spell a door with sound? So you can start anywhere, you can start anytime. Parents may ask me, my kids is now a primary one, but he doesn't know he is not good in spelling. So when is the best time, when is the best age for me to start teaching him spelling? So for me, it's whenever they are ready to learn, that's the best time for them to actually, for you to help them to get connected.
Right.
Spelling, and also many parents think that, oh, for my child to be good in English, or for my child to be able to good in reading, they have to be very good in spelling. So at the first place, you have to know what is the purpose of doing spelling. So doing spelling, you're good in doing spelling is because you can understand that certain word. You can spell because you can understand the words, or you can spell because you memorize the words. That's two different things. So the purpose of getting them to be able to spell is to, so when they're able to make the connection between the sound and the segmenting skill, and also the blending skill, sooner or later they will be great speller. They will be very good in doing spelling already. So
But to summarize, I guess to summarize is for the parents, for participants to start as soon as the child is ready and the child is showing interest. And again, you can start it, you don't necessarily have to see a reading therapist, but you can study at home or study in school. And of course, for participants, for some of you, if you want to know more or you want to learn more, right? What you can do is can write to us. Yes, because our therapists, all of our therapists here do conduct workshop as well as training for participants or for parents as well as teachers out there, yeah, to teach more skills. Because at the end of the day, it's just like what Ms Chui Ting mentioned, is really skills, yeah, and we are more than happy to impart all these skills to participants. So, and I hope you have enjoyed this session today. And if you have any question, yeah, any question that you wanted to ask Miss Chui Ting or even my story, please do feel free to post the question in our Facebook or whichever platform that we are posting this video on, or um, we also have our contact information. Just give us a call, Monday to Friday. Just give us a call, and fix an appointment, or just ask a question. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you, Ms Chui Ting, for today, for explaining a bit more about the reading
Pleasure.
therapy. And for the rest of you, have a great week ahead. And like I said, we're always here. Give us a call if you need. By that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.